Coach, we've got a couple days to get started here, and with Toronto coming up, what are your kind of first thoughts as you reflect on the pending championship series?
Well, for us right now, we've done the video prep for Toronto. We haven't seen them all year, but you do your due diligence and breaking down film and making some calls and trying to find out how they play. And obviously they ended up winning the regular season championship 3 points, and they've had a pretty good run in the playoffs. But it's the finals, and I think you can do all the prep you want as a coach and get your team prepped where you want them. But once you get into that first period, I think there's going to be a really feeling out process just to see how each team plays, and then teams will both settle in, and then it's on.
Toronto's coming in really hot, 9 games in a row that they've won. How much does that play into the confidence they're going to have?
Well, you know what, for them they can sell that the way they want, but for us all we're focused on is game one. We just came off a pretty good series with the team that was at 7-0 going to the playoffs against us, but we're going to focus on the way we play, and we can't worry about how a team is coming in. We know they're a good hockey club, we know they have skill, we know they scoot well, and for us we're just going to play the brand of hockey we know how to play.
What's different for you this year? You come into the season, you've never made it out of the first round, and now you go on this run where you're in the Calder Cup finals. What's different this season?
Well, you really can't go back and see what's different. Every team's different. Every year you have different players. So I'm going to talk about this group this year. This group is a resilient group. They're a tight-knit group in that dressing room. And if you look at from front to back, goaltending has been outstanding this year. Special teams have been solid, and we've got a deep group that plays hard. When they're down, they don't quit. When they're up, they don't quit, and they always find a way. If you look at the 37 overtime games we've played this year, that galvanizes the team pretty quick. And for us moving forward, any situations that we're going to be faced with in the finals, our group will be able to handle them. If we're down in a game, up in a game, if we lose a game, we win a game, they're going to reset and respond the same way the next day.
Certainly Mike's played with a ton of confidence throughout the playoffs. How much confidence does that give the rest of the team, knowing kind of what's back there?
Well, Mike has been outstanding from probably Christmas on, and him and Bozy have really driven our team here, getting us into the playoffs. Mike's taken the net in the playoff drive, and he's been outstanding. He's our MVP to date right now, and it's plain and simple. If you don't have goaltending in the playoffs, you're not going to win. And Mike has been outstanding, and Mike has been to the finals before. He went last year with Syracuse, and I know he's looking forward to this final here. He wants to come away with a championship, so I'm sure that's going to drive him even harder. But it's all, our group is all intertwined. With the good goaltending, our guys, we have the kind of the mindset, the mentality. We can bend, but we don't break. And when we do break, we have a pretty good, quick response to get back to where we need to be.
You mentioned Mike in Syracuse last year. Obviously, a number of guys here who've been to the Cup before. How important is it to have that championship experience on the team?
Well, I think it's very important. If you look at the group of guys, Mike Payalotta and Hetherington with Cleveland, Bods with Manchester, and then you got Dowling, McKenzie, and Morin with the Stars. So you've got a good group of guys, and they know what they're going to face. They know what they're going to see. They know there's going to be a media frenzy in Toronto. We're going into an environment now where the Marlies are Canada's team, and so for us, it's all about there's one puck on the ice. Only 5 guys can play at a time with 2 goalies, and we're just going to go out there and play our game and look past all the distractions and focus on the game itself.
A little bit of an extra jump for a lot of these guys playing in Ontario, a lot of them from Ontario and from Canada.
I think it's exciting to get back to the Canadian market. You can have the odd Tim Hortons before the game. And for our group, I told the guys to have fun, embrace it. They've worked so hard to get to this point. You have a 76-game grind in the regular season, and these guys have battled every night. And once you get to the playoffs, we beat a great team in Ontario. Tucson was one of the best teams in the Western Conference. We beat them. And then we beat a good team with Rockford. They got 6 guys down from Chicago. So we have a good team. And we're not here by luck. We're here by hard work. And we're here by having a good family atmosphere in that dressing room. And our guys are going to embrace the moment.
You touched on it a little bit, but what do you think the atmosphere is going to be like this is the only pro hockey team in Canada still alive in the playoffs, and different up there than it is down here, obviously. What do you think that atmosphere is going to be like with the passion, the fans, and everything?
Well, if you know the Marlies, they're the Toronto Maple Leafs farm team, so all the expectations of these players they're going to be at the next level next year. So they're hoping it's going to put these players to the forefront to making the Maple Leafs. It's all about the Toronto Maple Leafs, and so they're looking at these players being the future of the Toronto Maple Leafs. But at the end of the day, right now, it's a Calder Cup Finals. There's two good teams going at it. It could be playing in Syracuse, it could be playing in San Diego, doesn't matter. The finals are on, and I think it's going to make for a great series. Toronto's been rolling, we've been rolling, and you get two good teams going head-to-head, and it's going to make for a great game. And I guess the good thing for the American Hockey League, you're going to get great coverage, and it's going to sell the game of hockey at the American Hockey level, just like it is in the NHL with Las Vegas and Washington in the final. It's been great coverage for the sport.
You ever had a team where you wanted to go to overtime?
I've been in a lot of teams that won championships, coaching and playing, and I've never seen a team like this. We don't get rattled. The other night, we came in after the third period and said, we gave up a late goal. The guys they were relaxed in the dressing room, and if you look at the shots, we outshot them 11-4 in overtime and probably played our best hockey of the game. So for our group, it says a lot about our leadership, it says a lot about our perseverance, it says a lot about our mentality. When we're there, we're businesslike, and that's who we are.
On a personal level, I mean, these overtime games I'm sure might be a little stressful, but how much fun has this run been for you to get to this point in the playoffs?
Gray hair, right? I'm going to get it trimmed today. No, it's hard. But as a coach, you learn just to take a deep breath and let the players decide. You really can't get on them. You make your adjustments and you let the players play, because they don't need me yelling behind the bench there screaming at them or trying to correct things. They're having a tough enough time playing in overtime, dealing with the pressure and dealing with the other team trying to win. And for us, it's been outstanding. I've never seen it before in all my playing days and coaching days, which is about 32 years. But it's been a special year, and we're hoping to finish it off the right way.